first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here. Touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On second down, it's Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Packers! Christian Watson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
88. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
An inside give to Jones. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
26. Over.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That good for 19 and a first down.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
The Lions at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
22 yards there, a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
And the Packers will take over here just shy of the 30.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And some room to run now. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
Yeah, these are the types of plays we're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Goff now to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Patterson's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see offense and the defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, 26!
Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Up the middle, Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he slides and covers up at the end. This is going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. On the delay, Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The kick by Crosby is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 4 down.
Now gone. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He's at the 40, the 20. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Packers 20, Lions 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Tiger, Tiger!
On first down, it's gone. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, off Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
From the end zone, here comes Williams.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. He's got it at the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
Here's Goff.
Goes out left. It's caught by Williams.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Off play action. Here's Goff. Out to his left.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Room here to run. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Packers. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Goff.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Goff a handoff here to Swift.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
On the ground, it's...
And he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a 3rd.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight. All the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
To throw is Rodgers. That's complete right around the 8. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
He's at the 50. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. Pushes him over. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That's good for the Lions.
First down, and they go with Swift again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Goff. Forced out to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Funches has it complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Mason Crosby, the kickoff for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Hey, lift!
Once again, it's Swift.
Powering forward. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
On second down, Swift.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they love this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the fourth quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Rodgers going to throw. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers looking to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43.
Charles, a lot of